Alright, today we got some work to do. I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do yet. We do still have to clear that last corner. We've got trees that have to get planted in the ground, and we've got some cardboard, so there's the trees that are in the ground need to be mulched. We're going to have to go get a load of cardboard, a full load. After we get some more cardboard, we'll kind of see where we go. Alright, I get here this morning and the first thing I hear is my guy tells me that over the weekend we had a cow-calf pair come through here and tore up the food forest. So we got to go take a look at that and see kind of how bad that is. I tell you, you know, the goats come over here and they eat my new trees. The cow-calf pair comes through here and tears up the food forest. It's been planted almost a year. I'm getting annoyed by how people here can't control their damn animals. One of the things I'm starting to notice is we're getting a lot of these moringas starting to come up. We've got a moringa here, there's some more right there, and some more down here. This whole section, we planted out a bunch. We're going to continue to plant the moringa. The moringa is going to be super useful. If we had enough moringa growing here, the cows would eat the moringa and leave everything else alone. But we just don't have enough of it. You can see where we've got issues. Knocked a branch there. There's a branch broken there. Branch broken there. This tree knocked right over. Same thing over there. There's another one knocked over. Now look at this tree. This orange. Been stripped bare. Been stripped bare by these cows. They come through here. They clean out most of the leaves off. Now it's got to start again. It's going to be a serious issue. Some of the stuff they eat is not a big deal. Over here we've got some lucina that they chow down on, which is fine. This lucina is a cut and drop anyway. We're gonna chip this stuff up, turn it into mulch. But of course they didn't just eat this. They ate the orange tree right next to it. Here we got a bunch of cassava. And it's time. We got to cut this cassava and chip it. It's been growing for a long time. It's getting big. It's shading things. And right now we don't need the shade. We need the shade in the summertime. Right now we could deal with some sun. So we're going to get in here and clear all this stuff out. We've got this cassava. We got a bunch of cassava down here too. We're going to cut all the cassava and get rid of it. Chip it all up. Then we're going to see what's left after we chip everything. We had the chipper here. We cut all this stuff down, brought the chipper over here. We're going to chip all this stuff. But the belt on the chipper it's done. It's time to get a new belt. So I took the chipper in to get the belt put on it, and we're going to have to wait for that to happen. What I've noticed for sure is that we really need chickens. I need some chickens over here. We've got ants galore. They're just taking over. But we have some good news. Take a look at this. Those are guavas. We've got a couple there. We've got one here. And there's a couple right there. This guava bush has got a bunch of them coming up on it. I didn't even know they were there, but take a look. That's a nice sign. This looks good. Now we cut all this cassava. We pulled it out and there really isn't much in the root. There's a couple bulbs in there, but not much. The guy said you really need a full year, and these have not been in that long. This is the kind of thing that we have. And to be honest, I'm not all that worried about it. And we're starting to break up this clay, which is the important part. This stuff, we're going to chip all this stuff up and cover this area again. But things like our guava, they're looking good. These gunga peas they're starting to bear. Now the guy, we've been picking these peas for a long time, actually a couple weeks now. Just give you an example, take a look. We got a bunch of them. This whole thing, they're everywhere. Obviously, after we pick all of these, we're going to come through here, cut it all, chip it up, and return the surplus, which is all these branches will be the surplus. We're going to return that surplus to the ground. When we return the surplus, we're covering this area with another layer of mulch, which is going to help trap moisture and give us more organic matter. Now, I picked up these pineapple tops the other day. Every week I get pineapple. And the fruit guy I get pineapple from, he has a bunch of these tops. So I grab a bunch of these tops every week, and we're going to plant these in the food forest. In the areas that we cut down the stuff, we're going to stick some of these in the ground, and hopefully we'll get them to grow. I was digging here to plant one of these pineapple tops, and look at what we got. This is a sweet potato we got in this one little spot. Wasn't even looking for it. But this is what we have. And these look like the good ones too. They're not quite the ones we get in the States, but these are the ones that I did get to grow from last year. They're better than what we normally get here. Here's an example of a pineapple that we planted last year. Now again, a lot of this stuff has been covered up. We had the cassavas over here, and the gungapi has been growing strong. Now these grasses have started to really take over again. I thought we had mulched this all out, but apparently not. So we're going to be coming back here just to tell you where we are. Right here is a jackfruit tree, and it is kind of being surrounded by other things, but that's all right. We're going to clean this area out. We're going to get rid of all this grass and remulch this whole section as soon as we harvest all this gungapi. Here we've got 2 more pineapples. These were planted, I'm not exactly sure how long ago, but they've taken hold and they look good. There's this one here, and then over here we have this one. And these are flanking this star apple tree. And the star apple tree is looking fantastic. Now we did come in here and do a little cleanup. We cut down these moringa trees that were here. Right over here we thinned out these papayas. We had papayas growing where this papaya is. We had about 10 of them growing in that spot. And we need to cut down this moringa and that moringa back there. But since the chipper is out, we're going to wait till the chipper is functional. Then we're going to do it. In here we've got an issue. This gungapi has taken over this spot, and it's crowding out the pink grapefruit that's underneath it. But we're going to wait until we harvest the pea off of this before we get rid of it. As soon as we do, we're going to chop it, chip it, and mulch that grapefruit with it, and then we're going to be in good shape. We've got more guavas. The guavas are starting to bear. Well guys, I hadn't actually planned on spending the day in the food forest. We didn't spend the whole day in the food forest, but we did spend more of it than I anticipated. But now we've got the guys turning the compost pile, and we did get a lot of that area cleared. We'll take a look at this compost pile. Now I think we need to get some water on this. They're saying it isn't that hot, and it looks like it's awfully dry. We'll add a little extra water here to this mix. It seemed like it was a little dry. Now it's probably dry because we added a lot of carbon dry chips to this. We covered it with that carbon cap, and then we mixed it. When we turned it last time, we mixed everything in and covered it with another carbon cap. So we added 2 batches of carbon to this. Unfortunately, there's clearly not enough carbon in this mix. The ammonia smell is still pretty strong. It's the drawback. When you use chicken manure, this is what happens. You're going to have this. We don't have a good enough mix here. What we're going to need to do is do twice as much seaweed. 2 parts seaweed to 1 part chicken manure next time. And then 2 parts grass. So we'll do twice as much grass and twice as much seaweed compared to the chicken manure. That should take care of this. The inner core of this is pretty hot. Yeah, we're getting some steam here. Alright guys, we're done for the day. We're packing up. The guys just finished, well, they are finishing turning the compost pile. And they got quite a bit done over by the last corner that has to be cleared. I'll show that tomorrow. Show you what we're doing over there. I actually thought we were going to be over there today. Didn't realize I'd be over in the food forest. That's it, guys. We're packing up for the night. We'll be back tomorrow. God bless everyone.